Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Poland, the Polish Peacekeepers of Europe. So I did a couple things between episodes, just trying to get things back into a good position. I removed all of the state, not estate, just regular state edicts. So, I mean, manpower is important, but kind of getting crippled financially here. So removing most of those got me about an extra ducat and a half a month. Still have all forts active. Don't have maintenance turned on right now. I did keep one state edict on. I turned this to enforce religious unity to speed this thing up by quite a bit, from like 1.8% to 2.8%. So it's a pretty sizable increase in speed. Should save us money, I think, overall, to just get it converted sooner and also make the unrest go away, which would be nice. And I'm also thinking about giving a province to the nobles. It will increase their loyalty, not by enough to make them loyal, but this is a fort in it, and it's just a good province, and I might do that soon. The other thing we're going to do is an estate interaction. I do want to permit self-governance in Bessarabia. Bessarabia is an estuary, or it's got like a trade thing there, but I think that having the 20% cavalry cost modifier is going to be more important, even if it's just for a couple of years. Let's do that. That's also going to lower maintenance on the cav, and we have a lot of cav. We do. We have 60% to 6 to 10 ratio on cav. So I was thinking about getting involved in this war here. I was looking at Novgorod. He only has the one fort in his country. So that's not true. He's got two forts, but they're both down here. I'm thinking we maybe wait another year or so and let Muscovy bleed some manpower. He still has 11k manpower, and one winter of trying to siege down the capital of Novgorod would probably do it. It'll be pretty brutal attrition. Besides, I'd like to make a little bit of cash for a little while. So, I know not a huge amount has happened in this campaign. I don't really care, actually. I'm just having a good time, getting ready for this trip. I'm really excited about it. And I was telling people on the stream just yesterday that we got an email talking about like what countries we get to pick. I think I may have mentioned that in the last episode of this as well. I just don't recall, because I did stream for like 7 hours. Anyway, so yeah, papal influence. That sounds pretty good. Prestige would be nice, but that's a lot of papal influence. So what can we do with this? We have enough now. Mercantilism, bless the ruler, diplomatic reputation. We have no real debt. I think levying a church tax right now, that's where almost all of our income comes from. That sounds really good. And that lasts for what, 20 years? Yeah, for 20 years. Let's levy the church tax. Thank you, Pope, for saving our country. The other thing to consider is that even though Muscovy looks like maybe they're not that strong with only 18k troops, they also have a lot of minions. They are the France of this patch. They start off with 5 vassals, so that means that they've got 50,000 manpower cap and like an extra 500 manpower recovery per month, because every nation that they have underneath them recovers at least 100 manpower per month, right? That's like the minimum. I don't think you can possibly recover less than that. And I only recover 157. Yay! All right, importing naval supplies. Gain 60 dip or 2 permanent mercantilism. That's actually hard to decide, actually. Normally, I would just say mercantilism all the way, but we have 10% mercantilism, and very little of our income overall comes from trade. Monarch points are good. Monarch points are good. Granted, 2 mercantilism is worth 200 dip if I were to be buying mercantilism, which I'm not. So I'm gonna go against my previous habits, and I'm gonna go for the diplo power. Oh, maybe that's a short-term gain, long-term. Whatever. I'm just gonna take the diplo points. It's fine. I think that if we were any more trade focused, then I'd go for it. But we're not. We're taxing the plebs. That's how we're making our money. We tax them. The church tax. So yeah. Anyway, we're annexing our subject. We're waiting to see exactly what goes on with Muscovy here. He is apparently marching over to here. I don't know what's going on with that. Novgorod, how many troops do you have, sir? Novgorod's down to 6k troops. He's merked up. It'd be so great if there were more filter options up here, like neighbors, like countries of special interest, so that I could just say, I want to see just these countries. All right. Like Muscovy and, I don't know, maybe all of his minions? Can't see that. Nope, even if he's your rival, it'll just show him, not any of his minions. So, yeah. I mean, if I were to get involved right now, it would just be a horrible, horrible war where I would lose most of my troops. Also, I am trying to improve relations with Byzantium, get him up to 100 so that I can just have the enforce peace option available and get rid of my guarantee so I can maybe pick up an ally? An ally? An ally? Like, what? What's that? We don't have any of those. Haven't had one all game. So yeah. Country's doing well. Granada has been full annexed. Morocco cedes Tangiers and Fez to Portugal. Well, they've recovered their Iberian lands. Good for them. Unaccepted cultures. Don't really mess with that too often. This decision supports August von Mecklenburg. Alright, man, they really like this guy. So that means that we've got him at 39. They really want us to become a von Mecklenburg. Kept up relations with the Pope. That's good. Looks like Austria's at war. What's this war about? He is the attacker against Provence in the Savoyard Conquest. So Savoy has attacked Provence, and he's winning pretty handily. Okay. I don't think anything's changed on my front to see, like, if there's a war we can declare. I'm still looking at possibly getting involved with a war with the Ottomans, or declaring, like, a humiliate war on somebody, or I don't know. It really does kind of depend on which claims my subjects get. Moldavia's opinion of me goes down. Well, I mean, they're already disloyal, so... I need to go to war with Hungary. I need to truce with Hungary so he stops supporting them. Quite possibly, I just need to declare war on the Livonian Order. Which, I don't recall. 62. I mean, that truce is kind of a far way off. Kazan wants troops again. That's what I like to see. They're not even trying to siege down the forts. They do have the war goal, though, so... They'll eventually get Novgorod down to low enthusiasm, and then they'll just take, like, Tver or whatever. Demands for extended privileges. Alright, what's going on with this? The Cossacks' estate modifier refused to extend Cossack privileges has expired. The influence has now gone up. Really? They actually have a lot of influence. Okay. The old dream of the Cossacks has always been to be accepted as the equals to the established estates, such as the Slachta, or burghers. It's either preposterous, in which case we lose a bunch of loyalty, or it's we just give in and everyone gets mad. I think we have to upset them, unfortunately. There goes the discounted cavalry prices, but yes, you will never be accepted. Getting pretty close to annexing this guy. May of next year. Lithuania is like 400 ducats in debt, so he's having some issues. I always find that surprising, because he's got a lot of development, and yet, I guess, does he start off with like really high autonomy? He starts off with pretty bad autonomy. That's a big part of it. I wonder how I would play Lithuania. I've played Poland before, but I don't think I've ever played as Lithuania. Stabilize that country at the beginning of the game. It'd be fun. Venice has declared war upon Ragusa. I don't know if I like that. Wait a minute. Did the Ottomans stop guaranteeing him? No. Ooh, interesting. Provence does cede Draguignan to Savoy. They return course to Brittany, and they lose their overlordship over Lorraine. Nice job. So, okay, that means the Ottomans are a secondary participant against Venice. Which means that the war might drag on for quite a long time. That could be good. Yes, stay at war, Mr. Ottoman. Well, at this rate, I think I'm definitely going to wait until the integration of the subject is complete, just so that we can free up a relationship slot and pick up a new alliance. We're also getting awfully close to having Byzantium above 100 again, so I don't really have any money, but if I had some, I could influence nation and kind of keep that in my back pocket. I know, I could be making like an extra 2 ducats a month right now. I really wanted the money just by turning my forts off. But I just have this thing these days for army tradition. I love it. Ever since I made the spreadsheet for army tradition generals and stuff, I just love having good generals. I adore it. It's fantastic. I mean, the game is mostly about war and a little bit about economy. So having good generals seems pretty solid. How is that Renaissance spread looking? It's like Austria still doesn't quite have it, but 97% in Carton. They're going to have it very soon, in 2 months. And they will definitely give it very quickly to Hungary, but Hungary hates me. Unfortunately, it's going to end up probably having to go through 3 countries to get to me that way. Unless I'm just missing something. Is it going to spread elsewhere? Faster than that. Probably not. That's probably going to be the direction it comes in from. Wow, that's a lot of guys who want that want condottieri. Okay, like I said, we're going to wait at least until... Wow, that's a lot of occupied Novgorod. Negative 34 war score. I have to imagine his enthusiasm is pretty low. And yet, he owns his capital, so he might still be on at least medium. I have to wait till he's at like 15 war exhaustion. I was saying just recently that I need to go to war with him. I need to defend Muscovy. Sorry, defend against Muscovy, otherwise he'll just ball out of control. But it's not like I can't let him take any land. He just can't take land and then be fine. He'll probably end up having rebels if he takes a bunch of Novgorod. So, anyway, there goes a country, and that should give us a decision to move our capital to Warsaw. We have to be at peace. We gain 20 prestige. Warsaw becomes the new capital. We gain 3 base development. So that is a 12 development province. That's not that great. Producing cloth. Excellent. So we got 2 discounts on development here. Could potentially be quite nice. Well, I think we definitely take the choice. I mean, it's free development. The only drawback is now we have no fort in our capital. That's fine. That does also mean we can give this to the burghers, which is I think it's the most valuable province in the entire node, 24.4%. So, getting an extra fairly sizable amount of power, of trade power from that could be quite good. And it also makes salt, which is a good trade good for the burghers. Plus, I'd like to get them loyal before we do any development on the capital. Only drawback to doing that now as well, though, is that I was developing quite a bit of Renaissance spread there, and now we have to spread it here instead. Oh well. I am going to just give this to the burghers. And the clergy are a little bit upset. They want more land. Let's see. For now, we could give this to them. It will make them start to tick up, but it'll also... yeah, it's fine. I think it's fine. You can make states, Mazovia. Well, it's our capital, so, of course. And we have 5 forts now, which is not really too much. And we have 60% autonomy in these 2 provinces. So let's see, what do we have? 2-1, 2-2-2. That was the fort. Let's give that to the nobles. And let's go ahead and give Podolia to the nobles as well. Although Podolia, I think, is still Orthodox. I need to convert that. But let's be realistic. The chances of the clergy actually being above 60% and getting an extra 2% conversion bonus is pretty low. So I'm going to give this to them. We're only like a year away now from these guys being nice and loyal. And then over here, naval supplies. I think we just don't worry about it for now. It is what it is. Okay, so the development cost for our capital now is 3 modifiers, and if we get the burghers loyal, we get this reduced pretty damn low, and then try to bump it up to like 30 development right away. I like how my income went down a fair bit. So we have a new subject relation slot. Or, I say subject, doesn't have to be a subject. Let's see, what do I need to try to offset some of this nonsense that they've been doing? Probably someone who hates, like, my rivals. Brandenburg, do you want to be friends? You hate the Teutons, you'd probably join me, but you'd want a lot of their land. No, interesting. Brandenburg doesn't want any of the Teutonic Order's land, even though they are rivals with them. That's bad. That means that if I declared war on the Teutons, that they... Oh, they must have already done that event where they gave Newmark away. I think they start with it. I'd have to build up favors before they'd join against him. On the other hand, Pomerania hates him right now. I think we'll go with an alliance with Pomerania. And hey, look, a royal marriage for the first time in forever. I'll take it. So he'd come in on a promise of territory, like, right away. No, I'll just keep that marked. He's willing to do the alliance anyway. How does that shake the balance of power here? So we'd still have to fight Muscovy, who we're already at war with. If I rented Condottieri to Novgorod right now and then declared war on the Teutons, I believe I'd get my troops back. Just milk some money from Novgorod. That's really mean, very mean to do. But I could do it, I guess is the point. It's a thing that could be done. And we could take tech. We do have a tech penalty already. Sizable. Well, trade dispute on Beluzaru. So we could declare war on Muscovy directly, and that gets me to war with the Teutons, with the Teutons being a secondary participant. Interesting. But trade dispute disables conquest, so that would apply to the secondary war. The secondary participant, so it's kind of useless. What else do we have? Humiliate rival on... Yeah, Sweden has some Socinian heretics. What are these here? Lubekian peasants in Lubeck. I'm not really sure which direction I want to go. I feel like Poland starts off in a pretty good position, but it takes time to integrate your couple of subjects, which one of them I won't be able to integrate for a long time because he's disloyal and I revoked some of his land so I could get the Cossacks right away. But it's kind of like a wait and see. Austria's got some war exhaustion. If Austria wasn't willing to protect him, I would definitely go this way. Attack Hungary. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. I know that many of you are going to say, oh, you're playing too slow. And that's true. I'm playing quite slow. But I'm having fun playing as Poland because I'm going to Poland to play EU4 in a castle where diplomacy is going to matter. It's going to be important to play slow and cautious and talk to people over beers and dinner and form alliances that change every day. It's going to be glorious. So let me know what your thoughts are, though. I'll see you again in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.